chocolate melts at body temperature. So I always have melted chocolate in my pocket. I always have melted chocolate. You never know when you might need melted chocolate.
You're Willy Wonka.
When I met my wife, I had a bag of liquid white chocolate in my... We were in a nightclub. She's like, what's that? So my name is Oliver Dawn, or Ollie the Choc. So I am the chocolate man. But I'm not made of chocolate, so don't eat me, will you? Not going to eat me. Right, so we're going to make the Dubai chocolate bar. And then I'm going to talk to you a bit about tempering chocolates. So we're going to come back to that after, because I'm just going to make sure that we do all the chocolate bit first. So everything sets. It is a bit cooler down here than it is upstairs, so that's good. It's good for chocolate. As I've mentioned in my previous demo, so forgive me if you're hearing some of the same thing, but I've grown up in a family chocolate business watching my mum and dad making chocolates from home. So when I was little, literally the house used to smell of chocolate, and me and my little sister used to sneak downstairs in the middle of the night and get handfuls of chocolate. And one night we dropped some by accident, leaving a trail of buttons going up the stairs to our bedroom door. So yes, I wouldn't condone that or whatever, but I'm sure everybody would be tempted. So this is tempered milk chocolate. We get the chocolate from Belgium, we melt it, we temper it, and we turn it into different shapes. So as a chocolatier, my job is the creative part of the process. So we don't make the actual chocolate. The chocolate is made in Belgium, and it's made with the cocoa beans that come from Ghana, in this case Ghana in Africa. This is not a cocoa bean, this is a cocoa pod. And it's a fruit, and inside the fruit, you get the cocoa beans, which are the seeds from the fruit. So that's those there. And the chocolate is made with the center of the bean, which is the nib. That's where all the flavor is, the middle of the bean, the nib. They crush the nibs, mix them with milk and sugar to make chocolate. I've just dropped a cocoa bean in my chocolate there, and we don't want extra crunch. We do want crunch for the different type. Okay, so that's what we do. My job is playing with chocolate every day, making different shapes. We made a life-size David Beckham out of chocolate once, so there's no end to what you can do with it. And that's why I love my job. That's why I'm passionate about it, because it never gets boring. I get to work with different people. I do children's parties, do schools, corporate events. So yeah, every day is different. I've had a great time today. So what I'm going to do is start off with my mold over here. Nice big thick Dubai bar mold, and then I'm going to use some of my gold leaf. So you see how delicate this gold leaf is. So it's just going to, hopefully you can see that on the camera. Yeah, beautiful stuff. Very delicate, very thin. Obviously it is edible gold, and it just adds a little touch of class, but it sticks to your fingers and it gets everywhere, but it's quite fun. You can't really go wrong with it. You just kind of randomly put it where you want. So it's great. I've quite enjoyed working with this recently. So I did a drop of these bars where I had I could only do 30. I decided that was what I could do time-wise in between all my events and stuff. So I put them on sale on my website, and they went in less than 24 hours. And I'm now going to do another drop soon, which is going to be a slightly different one. And this actually is going to be the first time right now that I've made the Dubai bar in this particular way, because I'm going to add my own twist on it. My signature chocolate, I call it the Holy Grail. It's got sea salt, it's got crushed Oreo, it's got caramel fudge pieces, and it's got, well, the Holy Grail has got those three. We've got Katafi here as well. Now, I'll give you a little bit of a hack now. Chocolate melts at body temperature. So I always have melted chocolate in my pocket.
What?
Yeah, so for real, Derek, for real. Yeah, I always have melted chocolate. You never know when you might need melted chocolate.
You're Willy Wonka.
When I met my wife, I had a bag of liquid white chocolate in my... We were in a nightclub. She's like, what's that? So yeah, I'm Willy Wonka, yeah, real life Willy Wonka. It's a bit of a hack for me when I'm doing chocolate parties. And you might just need that bit more white chocolate to write the birthday girl's name on a lolly or something. You've got it right there. It stays melted, but it doesn't get too hot. It just stays melted. It's perfectly sealed. It's perfectly fine. So I'm just going to put a little bit of green chocolate in little Jackson Pollock style. Just flicking that on there. When I've got a little lump in there, just going to squeeze that out. Just go for it. You can't really go too wrong. Okay, there we go. That's that. Then we've got tempered milk chocolate, which I'm just going to pour into the mold. Satisfying and delicious. Is that a lyric from a Wonka song? That satisfying, yet satisfying and delicious. Yeah, subconscious. I can't help it. I am a real life Willy Wonka. Get to play with chocolate every day. So I'm just going to roll that around a bit. I just couldn't help but jump on this Dubai bar trend. You can see them selling out everywhere. Lindt are making them now. You can only get 2 per person in Waitrose and stuff like that. But I just wanted to try it. But I wanted to try it with good chocolate, so I thought I'd make one for myself. And I actually get it. And I think what it is if you've seen the videos, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's all that ASMR. It's the sound of the crunch when somebody bites into it. So I wanted to experience that. So when I made the first one, and I've been into it, and the video, I captured the sound. I was watching these videos thinking, that's exaggerated. They put like a sound effect on that, and it really wasn't. I was delighted with the sound, and honestly, the taste as well. So what I've done there, guys, is just literally a shell. Filled it with chocolate, leave it to dry, scrape off the excess, and then here's one I made earlier. So I'm going to fast forward to the set shells. If the chocolate isn't tempered, it won't set. We're going to go into that a little bit later. So we've got pre-made chocolate bar, ready to rock, ready to chock and roll. So I'm just going to chuck the chocolatier in here. About 300 grams, I think. About 80 grams of pistachio cream, which is literally blended fresh pistachio, olive oil, and a little bit of white chocolate. So we made our own because when I've looked at the ones you can buy in the supermarket, they tend to be about 20% pistachio, whereas with this it's about 80% or 90%. You need to add a bit of oil to it to get it going. It's a bit like that. We're literally adding the pistachio cream to the chocolatier until it's covered. A bit like you would, when you're mixing the chocolate in the Rice Krispies, making sure every single grain is covered. So it takes a little bit of time. It's quite time consuming, which is why I sell these for £20 a bar. Yeah, there's a lot of ingredients and a lot of time. But this one, like I mentioned, is going to be a twist on it, because I'm going to do my Holy Grail signature chocolate on the back of it, which you'll see in a minute. So it's not only going to have the pistachio crunch on the inside, it's going to have a layer of kind of like the sea salt, the crushed Oreo, and the caramel fudge pieces on the back. Oh. So for me, that's going to be like the ultimate. I'm just making something that I want to eat, really.
Nice.
So my theory is if I like it, I'm sure the people will too. And I think, I'm all about trying to make chocolate healthy and healthier, and dark chocolate is better for you, particularly over 70% cocoa solids. But at the same time, it should be indulgent. Chocolate is such a happy word that makes people smile, and often because you connect it with your childhood, it's nostalgic. But we like that indulgence, and that's what my Holy Grail's all about. So,
giving that a good mix up there, Ollie.
Absolutely. You know what? It really does take a bit of time, this. Yeah, it's got to be completely covered, but I'm happy with that now.
Properly handmade.
Yeah, absolutely, my friend. But yeah, the thing is with this chocolate is it's healthier. It doesn't have any vegetable fat or artificial flavorings or wheat added to it. It's just cocoa butter, cocoa solids, milk, and sugar. So I feel better about the fact that I eat it every day, because it's kind of
breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I honestly think this is like a meal, this bar. I could eat this for breakfast.
Wow, look at that. My gosh.
It's going to pile that on in there.
It really fills that, doesn't it?
It does.
Chunky, yeah.
I'm actually really want to do one for April Fools with like grass and hay inside.
Oh, don't do that. That's evil.
Isn't it? Give it to one of my nieces and nephews and just like, go on, have a bite.
Go on.
Like, can't wait to bite into it, and then it's...
Scar them for life.
For life, yeah.
But it'd be funny.
It's enough to put you off chocolate for life, isn't it?
That's a chunky mould, that. Can
exactly.
you buy these? Did you make that mould?
I bought these from, I think it's called Home Chocolate Factory, the company. Oh, well, and I just wanted the thickest mould I could possibly find.
Yeah, nice.
So I shopped around a bit.
About an inch thick. Something like that.
Yeah.
Gee whiz. Very nice.
Yeah, and
Evening it out.
that's that's the great thing with this is you really do get that crunch. So bear with me, guys. I'm nearly there. That with this layer, that's a perfect amount for 2 bars.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to do a layer of chocolate on the back, and then we're going to chat for a bit, and then they'll set, and I'll be able to tip them out and show you. I'm going to be looking something a bit like that.
Oh, it's incredible! Look at that. That's genius.
That's a low-calorie one. That one.
Yes. Yeah. So does it take a long time to set?
So as long as the chocolate's tempered, it will start setting straight away. So even the chocolate in the bowl, like that's gradually thickening up as we speak.
Gosh.
Because it's tempered. In the fridge, though, with these bars, they would set in about 10 minutes.
Right. And just for any latecomers that were encouraged by the smell of the chocolate that have just arrived, what does tempered mean?
Tempered means chocolate that is in the perfect state to set instantly and have a good shine, a good snap, and a smooth texture. Right. Because untempered chocolate gives you the opposite. It gives you a grainy texture, and it's kind of dull finish, and it's just, it doesn't look great, doesn't have the same texture.
Right. Okay.
So that's a bit of context on what tempered means. Now, what I've got here, as I said, that's quite thick. So it's gradually going to go from that liquid to kind of like a thick paste, and then it'll solidify. But I've got a little bit of time, and also to buy myself time, I've got a little bit of warm chocolate. Adding that in is giving us a little bit of heat here, which is to keep it liquid and keep it in that state. What I've got to be careful is that I don't put too much in and get it warm. It can't go the other way.
Balancing act.
A little drop of that warm chocolate is the same as putting it in the microwave for 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Yeah. So I'm going to get my piping bag now. You know what? I've done it again, haven't I? Oh, no, I'm not. I thought I'm doubting myself. I shouldn't doubt myself. I was going to ask for those scissors that we cut the ribbon with.
That went well, by the way.
Attached to those, yeah.
Have you always done this since you were a kid, Ollie? Making chocolate?
I used to help out when I was little, so my earliest memories are like when I was about 15, kind of helping out in the what was a little chocolate factory in the house, but it had no windows in it, and it was so sweet, the smell. And I used to have to go and have a lie down because I was nearly passing out. I just wasn't used to it. Yeah. I think my mum and dad just thought I was just like allergic to work.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. But yeah, I joined the business at a young age, but I'd also worked at jobs in kitchens and washing pots and worked in a call centre. A good variety of experience.
So this is how you do the
So this is the back. Now, I could just pour the chocolate on and scrape it off, but I kind of want to make sure that I've got a good thick. It means that I can load it more with the Chocolatier pistachio and then piping this on the top. They will be slightly proud, so you're basically getting a bit more in by doing it this way.
Oh, it's amazing.
And it's fun to do. So literally going to go around the edge and then completely fill it. And give it a bit of a tap down. And then add some of my favourite ingredients. This is Anglesey sea salt. This is my twist on a Dubai bar. So normally you would stop there, but this is me taking it a little bit further and sort of doing my signature Holy Grail on the back. Anglesey sea salt, caramel fudge pieces, and crushed Oreo.
Oh, mate.
So it's just kind of
something else.
Thanks, my buddy. Yeah, it's like I say, this is what I would like to eat. This is the pure indulgence, and I quite frankly can't wait to take a bite. Sorry about that. I'm a chocoholic as well as a chocolatier.
Yeah.
And that's it. It doesn't wear off. I'm not sick of chocolate. I still eat a little bit of chocolate every day.
Annoyingly, you look nothing like someone who eats loads of chocolate. So what's your secret there?
I mean, I guess I move a lot. I do exercise. Yeah. Play a bit of paddle tennis nowadays, so that helps. Okay, yeah. Makes me feel better at least. But I think maybe I'm lucky. Maybe it's metabolism. But I do believe that better quality chocolate is better.
Right.
And it's more natural cocoa butter, cocoa solids, milk, sugar. I moderate it, of course, but
Yeah.
it's a blend of those things, I think. So I've not made too much mess. I'm just going to let those set for a few minutes while I talk to you a bit about tempering, and then I'll be able to empty those out. But it is striking, that gold leaf, isn't it? I love that.
Like a work of art.
Yeah, absolutely. Chocolate art, absolutely. So tempering chocolate is all about getting it to the right state so that the crystals are all the same size, so they knit together perfectly, and that's what gives it the snap, the shine, and the smooth texture. So when the chocolate comes to me from Belgium, it's already tempered, okay? It's already got that structure. And then when I start melting it, I effectively mess up the structure, and I have to rebuild it before I can start making anything with it. So the way in which to do that, there's two ways to do it. You have your granite or marble slab and cool it down that way to cool it and give it that structure. Or my way is adding solid pieces back to it. So seeding, solid chocolate buttons or broken pieces of chocolate bar, going back into the mixture, and as you mix it, those pieces will melt and the temperature will come down. So scientifically, we're going up to about 40 or 45 degrees, warm chocolate, not burning hot, but warm, gives it a shine. Then we're bringing it down to about 33 degrees, which is cool to touch on your lip. So that's kind of what we're trying to do. But the tips I've got for you are, first of all, if the bowl feels warm, the chocolate's warm. So you've got to keep adding solid pieces in there until you don't feel any heat in the bowl. We've got to take all the heat completely out of the chocolate. Okay? When you get to the point that the solid pieces in the mixture are no longer melting, again, that tells you that it's cool enough. And what you can also do is you can do the splash test, as I like to call it, where you're just literally going to splash a bit of chocolate onto the paper, and that should set within about 3 minutes. If it doesn't, it's too warm. Okay, but the big one for me, it's got to be cool on your lip. Your lip is your body's most sensitive part for temperature. If it's warm on your lip, it's no good. You're not ready to chock and roll at that point. It's got to be cool on your lip, and at that point you're ready. My dad always says the art of the chocolatier is patience, and it's so true. Especially if you've got a room full of people that just want to make truffles, or the children want to make lollipops. You can't go prematurely because you're under pressure. You have to wait until the chocolate's ready, and once it's nice and cool, the chocolate will set, it will shrink, and that's how it releases from its mold. Tempered chocolate shrinks and releases. Untempered chocolate won't come out. You'll have a rolling pin, be bashing it with the rolling pin. It's not good fun. Right. So yeah, once you've nailed the tempering, that's kind of, you've unlocked a whole world of chocolate. And then for me, it's about experimentation. Even now, as you see, just experimenting, trying different things, and being prepared to fail. Not everything works, but I believe there is a way to make it work. With flavour combinations, spring to mind, Marmite and white chocolate. Yeah, it's actually really, really good. So I wanted to use Marmite in chocolate. It didn't work in dark chocolate. For me, it was too bitter. You've got two things there that are very bitter, and it didn't work. Yeah. But I was determined that there would be a way to do it, and white chocolate with a tiny bit of Marmite and fresh cream, making a ganache. So basically a Marmite truffle. And I took it into my mum and dad and did a bit of a blind tasting, and they couldn't guess what it was. Wow. But they were like, this is gorgeous. This is really nice. What is it? But they couldn't believe it was Marmite. So there's ways of doing it. And I believe everything works with chocolate. So I like to play around, the sea salt, even wasabi. Wasabi and white chocolate is a great combination for me. It's like chili chocolate, right?
Yeah. I mean, do you sort of randomly chuck ingredients together sometimes and hope?
Just to see what happens. Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, I'm always playing around, and I think one thing that sticks to mind is I did an event with Gino D'Acampo, and we did Italian-inspired flavors, like balsamic and chocolate. Actually, balsamic vinegar and dark chocolate was a beautiful combination because of the flavors in the balsamic were very fruity and almost complemented the slight fruitiness in the dark chocolate, and it's just so interesting. And then Parmesan. So Parmesan grated into a pan and like grilled, so it's kind of a Parmesan crumb. And that's a bit like adding salt to chocolate. So the Parmesan grilled and cooled and with white chocolate was really good. So it goes on. A lot of kind of savory in the sweet chocolate I think works well. Also chocolate in savory. like you hear about chocolate in a chili, or I did a burger. It was actually a Snickers bar, chopped up.
What?
Yeah, a chopped up Snickers bar inside a burger. So as the burger cooks, the chocolate and the caramel melts, and you've got the saltiness from the nuts, and a brioche bun, which has got a slight sweetness, a slice of apple. Amazing.
Sounds a little bit like, because I'm Scottish, we do the deep fried Mars bar as delicacy. That sounds
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. No rules. No rules. But it did work very, very well. I don't think I've ever had a deep fried Mars bar. Have you had one, Don't?
I need to come to Scotland. Yeah.
Whereabouts in Scotland would you suggest?
Dunfermline in Scotland and Edinburgh. Yeah,
Fantastic.
It's really not very healthy.
It's not good for you.
Not good. Where can we find you online, by the way? Have you got social media, all that sort of stuff?
So yeah, you can find me on my website is ollythechoc.com, and Ollie is OLI. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and I'm sharing some content from today's show as well. So you can see some of the behind the scenes on Instagram. And I've also got a YouTube channel. So going back to what we were saying about the tempering, I've got videos on that on my YouTube channel. So it breaks it all down. And I think a lot of chefs that I speak to, they're afraid of chocolate because you can burn it. Well, how not to burn it is to keep stirring it every 30 seconds. So you distribute the heat, so there's no pockets of chocolate that are over crystallizing the sugars, and you keep moving it so it doesn't burn. Every 30-second bursts. And also tempering. Your tempering can go wrong, it might not come out in the mold. But if you follow the steps that I've just talked about, making sure it's cool on your lip, and you've cooled it by adding solid pieces, the world's your oyster.
You've done all this without having a stove top or anything, though, Ollie.
Yeah.
What's this magic? What have
It's
you done?
chocolate magic. Well, I like that. I like kind of pushing myself out of my comfort zone a little bit in different environments. I haven't brought a microwave with me this time. I wasn't sure if we'd have power, so I brought a bowl of warm chocolate and a bowl of tempered chocolate. So this has now gone very thick and gloopy. So when it gets to that stage, it almost becomes difficult to work with, particularly if you want to pipe with it or do something more intricate. So I've got a bowl of warm chocolate, which will stay warm.
Mix it in a little bit, yeah.
Exactly, and adding that to it,
I love the fact you get your chocolate from Belgium as well. There's no stereotyping there like that.
Yeah,
right?
it's good.
Classic. That's the best, is it, pretty much?
We've always used the same supplier. Like my dad, when he set up making chocolates out of his garage, used the same supplier back then, and it's always been consistent. So we've always thought, well, why change it? So yeah, we use a brand called Belcolard, which is a famous Belgian chocolate. Barry Callebaut is also very good, and there's lots of others, but consistency.
Oh, it smells up here.
So now that's already
ludicrous.
You see the difference out in fluidity there.
Oh yeah.
And viscosity, just by adding a tiny bit of the.
Look at that.
So all little tricks that I've learned from my dad really along the way, and hopefully one more. We're gonna get ready. 1, 2, 3.
Whee! It's like chocolate gymnastics with the ribbons.
Like yeah, exactly. Is it yoga? I don't know. I mean, I'm into like chocolate meditation and stuff like that.
Yeah. You could start a college of like chocolate, or like
I like that.
Chocolate ASMR, YouTube.
I think, yeah. I think my theory on the Dubai bar, is it all goes back to ASMR, and then people live vicariously, and they hear that crunch, they want that crunch, they want to experience that.
What's in the green again?
So the green is blended pistachio with olive oil and a little bit of white chocolate.
Right.
So it's our own homemade pistachio cream. Looks a bit like pesto actually, which I did actually make when I was in Italy, but I don't know if pesto and chocolate works. There's a challenge there.
There you go, there's a test.
See, this could be pesto, and you wouldn't know, guys, would you? It could be just completely,
They were trying to guess backstage, It does look a bit pesto-ish.
It does, it looks just like it.
Does that harden as well then, and that's what gives the crunch on the inside?
That will completely firm up. So we made that, I travelled from Manchester yesterday, and that had gone almost solid, but it was still quite soft, so it was a bit like a paste. 10 seconds, 20 seconds in the microwave, and it's liquid again.
There's an amazing video, by the way, on the Audio Home Show of Instagram of you skateboarding around the show, inside the show home. I mean,
So I have this thing called a one wheel. I mean, we're going off piste here. I hope you don't mind, guys.
No, it's cool.
It's called a one wheel, so it's like an electric skateboard. So when I park the van in the car park and I've got to come with my flight case and all my chocolate, I jump on the one wheel and I'm pulling the case, and it just makes it easy, more fun. And
that's too damn cool.
That's how I travel. It's just more
cool.
fun.
I'm from Manchester.
I know. If I could, I would.
I can't believe that's the back of the bar. It's like.
Oh yeah, it's so two things here. So that was the chocolate that I splashed. As you can see, that's completely set. if that was warm chocolate, that would still be liquid. But because it's cool to touch on my lip. It's about 32, 33 degrees. That has set.
Is that how they make those little embellishments you get on like?
Yeah, I guess it reminds me of that too. Yeah, for your embellishments for your cake, you could easily use it for that, and you can't really go too wrong. So.
Nigel, our AV guy backstage, is salivating as we speak.
I had to laugh before seeing like the cream sofas, thinking what could possibly go wrong. Yeah, so we better show you the goods then, guys.
Hey, look at that. Sorry, folks.
So you are going to lose a few there, but literally, I'm going to flip this over. Are you ready? Hope it works. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, mate, look! That's a round of applause.
Hey.
A demo actually worked.
I'm clapping myself. I was meant to do this. So there we go.
That's massive.
And
Mate.
I just really want to bite that. That looks crazy, that, doesn't it? So that is the first time I've ever done it that way. And if you do follow me on Instagram, you'll see that it won't be the last. Yeah, I'm going to be busy with that, I think.